Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Sam Redgate-Large channel. And we are back with some more live streams. We've got quite a few games here at the 3 o'clock kickoffs today, which is quite exciting. It's nice to have them all back, sort of thing. Nice to have all the games back on the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Gives you that little bit of excitement, doesn't it? Having these 3 o'clock kickoffs. It has been a long time as well since Chelsea played last in the Premier League, and it does seem like a little while in the making, and obviously next weekend as well. I do believe I think I'm correct in saying this, it is the Carabao Cup final next weekend as well. So Chelsea, if you're an FPL fan, which I'm sure many of you are, Chelsea aren't a team, or shouldn't be a team that you want to get your players from at the moment. No, definitely not. But just updating a few things on the screen for us here, guys, as I've just noticed a few things I haven't changed since last time round. However, do get in the chat when you join, and be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Let us know your score prediction for today's games. Which games will you be following this afternoon? Will you be following Liverpool versus Norwich? Are you looking forward to the late kickoff of Spurs versus Manchester City? Or are you like me, sat eagerly anticipating this Crystal Palace versus Chelsea game? Because I am so excited for this. And as I can see in the chat from earlier on today, Oliver, who won't be in the stream for today, which is a shame, but he has got front row seats by the sounds of things. He can't join this game. He reckons 2-1 to Chelsea. Goals from Zaha, Lukaku and Pulisic, and then he puts "come on you Palace." Good to see Oliver in the chat nice and early, and if you do watch this back, Oliver, thank you for your comment. I really do appreciate it, and of course hopefully he does enjoy the game. Hopefully, even though fingers crossed, it'll be Chelsea absolutely battering them, hopefully he does enjoy the game. However, there is plenty to talk about in the build-up to this game. We're about, 18, 19 minutes away from kickoff, from the 3 o'clock kickoffs. The early kickoff, we might as well talk about that at the moment. Afternoon to Chewy and afternoon to Fraser as well. So the early kickoff has already been played, of course. That's why it's the early kickoff. And that was between West Ham United and Newcastle United. The Battle of Uniteds. And it came out as a 1-1 draw. That was quite a hotly contested game there. I'm not going to lie to you. It was sort of end-to-end at times as well. It was really sort of... I quite enjoyed it. I must say I quite enjoyed it. Came back from the gym and, hang on, I haven't checked. Huddersfield, did they hold on to their league? Did they hold on to their lead? Oh, Huddersfield, get in, boys. Huddersfield Town have just beaten Fulham 2-1. 2-1. Absolutely brilliant there from Huddersfield Town. Brilliant. And they've just opened up a little bit of a title race in that one as well. Title race in the Championship. But that's enough talk about the early kickoffs and the Championship. Just wanted to double check that they'd actually done it. I'd not seen it because obviously it was just about to come live. But do get your score predictions in. And Chewy says he texted in Danish. It's all right. I understood what you were meant to have said. You know, I am... The linguist I am, Chewy. It was fine. I understood. Anyway, let's talk about Huddersfield didn't lose. I've just seen that phrase. Huddersfield didn't lose. They most certainly did not. The chat box has moved. Let me move it up here. There we are. That's better. Now we can see your comments on the screen. What was I going to say? I know what I was going to say. I was going to say, let's talk about Crystal Palace. Let's talk about Chelsea. And I think if you look at the head-to-heads for these two sides, Crystal Palace over the last couple of years haven't maybe been as dangerous for Chelsea. Haven't maybe been as dangerous against Chelsea. The last game I can think of was a bit of a Kai Havertz masterclass, and he's back in the side again today. And it was a bit of a masterclass from the German. He looked absolutely on fire, and everyone was going, "Oh, maybe we've got something there. Maybe we've got something there." But maybe not replicated that form since. But today there are a few changes to the Chelsea side as well. I'm intrigued to see how they'll set up, and of course, Crystal Palace have to be without Conor Gallagher today. Which is a big loss for them, as he will be. I think it's classed as being cup tied. I'm not quite sure on how it works, though. Not quite sure. Sam, what app do you use looking at Huddersfield losing? I was just looking at the scores on FOTMob. That's what I was using. And Chewy says, Sam, are you both a Chelsea and a Huddersfield fan? Well, I'm currently living in Huddersfield, Chewy, so I like to pay attention to Huddersfield, with them being the team that is here. I kind of tend to do that anyway, because I came to uni here as well. It's just one of those. I've been to quite a few games now. I think I've been to 5 or 6. I'd gone to about 3 or 4 before COVID, and now hopefully I can get some tickets again, maybe for a midweek game, or try get one of the sort of the promotion playoff battle games. But yeah, I just sort of keep up to date with them, and it's good to see. And hopefully they can be in the Premier League next season. That's what I'm hoping for. Wolves will have a nightmare. If anyone remembers that season Huddersfield Town went down, they managed to beat Wolves both home and away, and it was pretty strange, if you ask me, pretty strange how they managed that. But we shall move on, and let's talk about the two teams for today. And as you can see, these are the two teams who are kicking us off for today. And weirdly enough, like, this is a completely irrelevant fact, but I'm sure some of you guys might enjoy the fact of this. The average XIs, or the average 11 age, is 0.1 of a year difference between the two of them, which is kind of mental, really. Both sides, you would tend to say, looking at the squads, that they've got a nice mix of experience and a nice mix of youth combined together to sort of blend the teams nicely, and I think that's what's been part of the success of both of these two teams this season. Obviously, Chelsea come into this game off the back of that, I'm going to say, fantastic Club World Cup win. We are now the champions of the world, as well as the champions of Europe. So Chelsea, I'm sure they'll be full of confidence. Yes, I am, Josh. I am using Streamlabs. I'm sure Chelsea will be full of confidence for this game, and against a Crystal Palace side that are starting to maybe show a few bit of cracks since their new manager taking over, but not too far away from where they want to be at the moment. Not too far away. And let's have a look at the teams then. Let's walk you through them step by step. In goal is Vincent Guaita, starting in goal. He's been solid over the last couple of seasons, hasn't he? He's been solid. He's not been too bad. I think you know what you're getting with him. A decent shot stopper, puts in some good performances, couple of mistakes here and there, but, you know, he puts in a decent performance, and you can't really ask too much more from your goalkeeper, really. Right back is Nathaniel Klein, a bit of a forgotten man, really. I don't know how many games he's played this season. Let me have a look. Let's see how many games he's played this season, because I can't really remember him playing in the last few seasons. And will it tell me there? Total matches played. There you are. 2 matches played. That is why. But he's a bit of a forgotten man. He had such a promising sort of start to his career at Southampton, moved on, of course, then to Liverpool, got that big money move, and it never really materialised for him. Never really materialised. Afternoon to Big C says, big win for the Town. I know. I'm absolutely buzzing for Town about that. That was a really, really good win. I was watching the early kickoff in the Premier League, so I didn't get a chance to catch it, unfortunately, but a big win for Huddersfield, and great to see. Hopefully they'll be back up. Then I can watch some Premier League football next season. That would be absolutely fantastic. But one game at a time, eh? One game at a time. And Josh says, because I'm looking to how to use it, but I don't know how to. Yeah, there's loads of tutorials online, Josh. That's how I've learned how to use it. It's just a matter of fiddling around with it. It took me a couple of days to get used to it as well. No one cares about the Club World Cup, I'm sorry. I know, Chewy, I know no one does, but I remember Liverpool fans gloating that they were the world champions after the Club World Cup. So, you know, it's only fair that us as Chelsea fans, we also get to do it. That is only fair. Centre halves then, we've got Joachim Andersen and Mark Gehi. Mark Gehi, of course, formerly of Chelsea, who left to join Crystal Palace this season, who, as you can see by that rating, been a consistent performer so far this season for Crystal Palace. One of the key men in what has been a relatively successful season for Crystal Palace for the most part. And then Tyreek Mitchell, a man who I think he had a lot of promise when Aaron Wan-Bissaka left, and maybe just hasn't taken that next step and hasn't moved on a little bit further at the moment. I'm very interested to see what he can do today and see if he can get a good performance in. The three across midfield, again, this looks like a bit of a weird one, with Jeffrey Schlupp looking like he's tucked in at that left centre mid role. I think he is more than capable. I think he's got the facilities for that, big man. But I think it's going to be really sort of difficult for him because of the players that will be in that midfield with him. Maybe it's just to try and overload Chelsea in centre midfield instead of putting Jeffrey Schlupp out wide. Because if you look on there, look at the amount of wide or creative players. You've got Tyreek Mitchell, a wide player, Nathaniel Klein, a wide player. You've got Elise and Zaha, and then you've got Jeffrey Schlupp. So you've got 5 of you players there who you typically say are going to play out wide or be creative. And it's a weird one to play him there, but it might be just to give them extra legs in the middle and take a little bit of the pressure off Cheku Kouyaté and James McArthur, who are the other 2 players starting. Of course, they've got a hard game to play in terms of against Jorginho and Kante. Kante with his non-stop running, and Jorginho in his ability to be calm in that midfield and distribute the ball nicely. But intrigued to see how that'll set up, whether it drops to more of a 5 at the back. I don't think it will, because I don't think they've got the facilities in that defence, but we'll wait and see, won't we? We will wait and see. And then I've already mentioned a couple of these attackers as well, with Wilfried Zaha, of course, off the left-hand side, Crystal Palace's all-time Premier League top goal scorer off the left-hand side, and then Michael Elise, and off the right with Jordan Ayew through the middle through the middle at the moment. So not too bad a team. You look at the bench: Eberici Eze, Luka Milivojevic, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Christian Benteke, and Odson Edouard. So lots of talent, as well as Will Hughes as well. Lots of talent on that bench for Crystal Palace and Patrick Vieira if they do want to use it. There will be a lot of talent on that bench with an opportunity to get themselves some goals. Of course, Benteke's been finding a little bit of form. Odson Edouard, I'm sure Joshua Chat's Football will tell us all how prolific he has been at Celtic over the last couple of seasons. I'm sure he's been a nightmare for Josh. And so plenty of opportunity on the bench and plenty of talent, and I'm sure we'll be hopefully seeing the introduction of Eberici Eze in shortly into this game. That's what I will be hoping for, maybe around the 60-minute mark if the game is still nicely tied up and close between the two sides. Let's move on. Let's talk Chelsea. Let's talk world champions, ladies and gents. And Edouard Mendy, glad to see him back in the Premier League again. That is no discredit to Kepa Arrizabalaga, though. He was fantastic for those few weeks where Edouard Mendy was at the African Cup of Nations. I think he's been really good for the most part. Edouard Mendy and, of course, Kepa. I think he was so good to fill in, and Chelsea maybe steadied the ship a little bit at Chelsea during that period as well, which is always important. I think we've still got the best to see from Kepa in terms of goalkeeping ability. I believe he's only 25 as well, Kepa. So we've got plenty. If I just double check here, we've got plenty to see from the Spaniard. I'm sure we've got plenty to see. Born in 1994, which makes him 5 years older than me. 27, about to turn 27 this year. Whoopsie daisy. But yes, so he's about to turn, so he's 26 now. Plenty of time for him to come good in a Chelsea shirt, especially as Edouard Mendy being someone who is a little bit older. Let's talk about the defence then. And as you can see from this Chelsea sort of makeshift defence, I think is the best way to say it, is Chelsea are not going to play a single fullback in this starting 11. My question is, as you look at this defence, I have no doubts that the three at the back, if it is a three at the back, will be Thiago Silva, Rudiger and Christensen, then Malang Sarr on the left-hand side. My question is, will Christian Pulisic play as that right wing-back rather than Hakim Ziyech, and then Kai Havertz come over, and I think that'll be important for Chelsea, and I think that's how they'll set up, because I can't see Ziyech being that far back, especially the form that Hakim Ziyech has been in a Chelsea shirt of recent and of late. I cannot see that being the case. So I think it will be the five at the back will be Pulisic in that right wing back role. We've seen him do that for Chelsea. Him and Hudson-Odoi have been the two players who sit there, and they are in that position. So we'll wait and see how it sets up, but that's what my thoughts are so far. The two across midfield, as I mentioned earlier, will be Jorginho and Kante. By the looks of things, with that three in midfield, they might be a little bit overloaded, which is probably why I think will be best suited to play Christensen at that right back. Pulisic, at that right back role. That's why I think he'll be a little bit more suited to that, because I just think he's a bit more capable, and you don't want a left-footed right winger playing at right wing back. You want someone who's right-footed, and I can't see him playing Kai Havertz that far back. It's a waste of Kai Havertz. It's a waste of Christian Pulisic, but when we're in this position, it's you've got to make of what you will, really. You've got to make of what you will. And then what I can confirm to you, though, is that Romelu Lukaku is starting up front. No Timo Werner again. Lukaku starting up front. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe he's scored in the last 2 games he has played for Chelsea. So maybe, I know it was only the Club World Cup, but maybe, just maybe, we might be seeing Romelu Lukaku come good in a Chelsea shirt this season. Maybe, just maybe. He's scored in his last, 2 matches? His last 2 matches for Chelsea, both at the Club World Cup, where he put in decent performances. And of course, Kai Havertz, the man who has won Chelsea the Champions League, and he's also won Chelsea the Club World Cup as well. So that is the 2 teams for today. They are the 2 teams for today. Let me go back to the regular screen for us. I'll come to Chewy's comment in a second. Just before I do that, though, be sure to get your score predictions in for this game. Who are you backing for today? Are you backing Crystal Palace to antagonise me? Or are you backing Chelsea and seeing sense? That is my question. That is my question to you guys. I'm going to go with, there's always goals, pretty much always goals in this fixture when Chelsea and Crystal Palace are concerned. I think I'm going to go with 3-1 to Chelsea. 3-1 to Chelsea. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 1-1 and then Chelsea just cruise away late on in the game. But we'll wait and see, won't we? We will wait and see. Let's have a look. Suarez in the Australian League, he will score 100 plus goals. That would not surprise me one bit. Sam, what is your thoughts on Kante wanting to join Real Betis? What are you on about, Chewy? I have not heard of that, mate. I have not heard of that. So clearly you're more clued up than I am. Clearly you are more clued up than I am. The teams are just coming out. Patrick Vieira has got a big game today. Obviously, a former Arsenal player who will be wanting to do the job against Chelsea this afternoon. Sort of stop the poor performances over the last couple of weeks. And let's see what the graphic comes up here if it shows the squads. There's a bit of thunder and lightning going on in Huddersfield at the moment. I'm trying to see what the graphic is. It looks like it's a 4 at the back for Crystal Palace. The main concern, though, will be for Chelsea. Where do they fit into this? Let me grab a drink before we do kick off. There we are. And yeah, definitely a 4-3-3 for Crystal Palace. Fraser's going with 2-1 to Chelsea. 2-1 to Chelsea for Fraser. I mean, I think Oliver left his prediction earlier, and I do believe Oliver went with the same thing as well. Oliver did. Let's have a look. Oliver put, I reckon 2-1 Chelsea, Zaha, Lukaku and Pulisic for the goals. Yes, this graphic has also gone with a 3 at the back for Chelsea with Pulisic at right wing back. See, I know ball. I'm telling you, I know ball. Pulisic at right back, Malang Sarr at left back. There we are. That sees any problems there. And Chewy's also going with a 3-1 as well. I've read your mind, Chewy. We're on the same level. Chelsea's bench looks stacked as well. Kovacic, Werner, Loftus-Cheek, Chalobah, Saul, Kennedy. Don't know why we brought him back. And, of course, Marcus Alonso and Kepa and Harvey Vale are all of the players for today's game. So, we're a couple of minutes away here from kickoff. I'll be about a minute or two behind from the actual time, so do bear with me whilst we get ourselves underway. Chelsea look like they're going to be playing in their yellow kit for today, so not their regular blue kit, of course, clashing with the socks and shorts of Crystal Palace's kit. Clashing with the socks and shorts of Crystal Palace's kit. It's going to be, I think this one could be a really good game. I think you've got two teams not afraid to attack. Both teams know how to defend and more than capable of scoring some goals for us. Romelu Lukaku is going to get us underway in this first half, and it will be Chelsea kicking from right to left in the first half. Crystal Palace kicking from left to right. And the players taking the knee, of course, Wilfried Zaha not doing that anymore. And there we are. We are underway. Romelu Lukaku does get us underway in this first half. Just a quick reminder, guys, if you haven't already and you're enjoying this stream, be sure to smash that like button for us and do subscribe if you are new to the Sam Redgate-Large channel. Chelsea looking long instantly, looking for a run of N'Golo Kante into that right wing role, weirdly enough, and Crystal Palace able to do the defensive job, get themselves a throw-in early on. Chelsea looking to play that long ball over the top. That used to be very much a thing that Chelsea did in terms of when they had Timo Werner in their team. We haven't seen it as much. With Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku is a man that Chelsea play the ball into his feet, and his touch of a trampoline pings it back to him, and he's better at holding the play up. But what we haven't quite seen at the moment in terms of Romelu Lukaku is what we used to see at Everton and Inter Milan, that holding the ball up, swivelling past defenders and keeping them away from him and scoring in that manner. That is what we haven't seen at the moment. But maybe 2 goals in his last 2 games, as I mentioned earlier, maybe the opportunity is there. Let's see who starts the quickest then, ladies and gents. Here's Antonio Rudiger. Goes back to Mendy. A bit of a press here on, nice and early from Crystal Palace, just to apply a little bit of pressure. Thiago Silva. Into some space. He's going to look to go down the line there. There's Hakim Ziyech, and Christensen slips on the ball, gives it away there to Elise. I've got his name muddled up already. Ben Arthur will crush Chelsea. What are we on about now, Chewy? What are we on about, mate? What are we on about? For the record, that is juice. I'm not already on a pint. Blackcurrant juice for me today. Here's James MacArthur. I'm interested to watch Crystal Palace because I know quite a few of my friends commented and picked up on the fact I put Crystal Palace to finish inside the top 10 come the end of the season in not my latest 2 Minute Tuesday, but the one before that. I did put Crystal Palace to finish inside that top 10, and it's interesting because they've got a couple of big games and, of course, a few that they should be winning. But I always think with Crystal Palace that they've got the opportunity, they've got the ability to cause problems. It's just which Crystal Palace team turns up on the day. And here goes Elise. He's drifted past Jorginho now, rolls it into Wilfried Zaha up against Thiago Silva. Zaha tries to some fast feet there and ended up tripping himself up there, kicked the floor rather than the ball. Here's Jeff Schlupp, it's come out to. Might fall to Zaha that time, cleared again by Thiago Silva, who is on for a team of the season spot by a lot of people's standards at the moment, Thiago Silva. He's kind of been, and I use this phrase a lot, but silently working away working hard and sort of not taking really any of the credit. People looking at Rudiger this season, Rudiger's been fantastic, and the step up for Rudiger has been phenomenal. But the stats, the underlying stats of Thiago Silva are really, really good for the Brazilian. Really good for the Brazilian. And it'll be interesting to see, come the end of the season, if Chelsea, if they can get him another contract extension as well. That'll be interesting because Chelsea fans love him. Oh, Thiago Silva. Chelsea fans absolutely love and adore Thiago Silva to bits. And we'll have to wait and see what happens come the end of the season. But for me, he's odds on to get himself into these team of the season. Evening Shah, you're on your wrong account, but Evening Shah and Fraser's just put 5-1 to Lille. I'd be very surprised if that happened, but you take the drama. Well, third in the Prem versus ninth in League, and Lille will destroy them. That I do find it strange, League, and I never know how to judge it. And speaking of, we've seen weirder things this week, haven't we? Rangers obviously battered Borussia Dortmund 4-2. Ramsey's newly signed for team battering Borussia Dortmund, which is pretty mental. Although I then did see a comment in Michael Talks Football's channel of Josh Wilkinson saying that I reckon Rangers could finish in the top 3 in the Bundesliga. Like you can't even finish first in the SPFL, let alone finish in the top 3 in the Bundesliga. The class difference over the course of 30, 40 games between those teams is just magnificent. That's why Chelsea can win the Champions League but not win the Premier League at the moment, because they're a cup team. They do well. Shah says Dortmund to finish. I was quite surprised they didn't start Erling Haaland. I think Haaland's on the pitch there, and it's a different game for Borussia Dortmund. Hopefully, we don't have Chelsea performing like Borussia Dortmund today, despite them playing in a yellow kit. Good header there by, lovely flick over the top by Romelu Lukaku, looking for Pulisic. Pulisic did get it down, but Joachim Andersen put in a really good defensive shift there. Really good play there from Romelu Lukaku, actually. The flick over towards Christian Pulisic was very delicate and elegant. I'll give him that. Sure, why are you on your different account, mate? Sam, where you think Chelsea would finish in the Serie A? Ooh, it's difficult. I'd say they've got to be in the top 3. Champions of Europe, for me, have got to be in the top 3 of any league. It just depends. We've not seen them play against Inter Milan this season, because we've seen them play against Juventus. They battered Juventus, didn't they? But then we also lost to Juventus. So it's a difficult one. It is a difficult one. Lovely ball there down the left-hand side, looking for Wilfried Zaha. Zaha's going to cut in, and he's going to roll this one over to Elise. Elise's trying to wriggle some room. Oh my gosh! Elise just wide. He just shifted the ball onto his right foot really quickly there, Elise. And he almost caught Rudiger off guard with how quickly he shifted it. And it's just wide. And Chelsea, early warning signs, a good opportunity there. He had to create quite a little bit of room there. It was a good effort to get the shot off from Elise. But, I was worried. Blimey. When I saw that trickling wide, I didn't know which side of the post that was going there from Michael Elise. He started brightly. He has started brightly. Here goes Pulisic. Pulisic finds Kai Havertz. Havertz has a couple of men up with him here. He's got Romelu Lukaku, Pulisic and Ziyech in support. Chooses to go to Christian Pulisic, who comes back to Malang Sarr. Here's Kai Havertz, who his last performance at Selhurst Park was absolutely phenomenal. He was getting Dimitar Berbatov comparisons that game. It's a shame we haven't quite got the goal scoring or the ability of Dimitar Berbatov just yet from Kai Havertz. Here is Antonio Rudiger. Havertz into Pulisic. Chewy says, Sam, what do you think to Chelsea players? Do you think they could get into the San Marino starting 11? I mean, the San Marino starting 11 is very competitive, so I'd have to say no. I've seen lots of world-class players in San Marino. Ziyech, really good play there by Ziyech. He's being doubled up on at the moment. He's going to whip one in for, looking for, oh my gosh, Pulisic at the back post. He skied it. It was a cross looking for Romelu Lukaku. I couldn't quite get me words out. It was happening that fast. And Pulisic was arriving at the back post because, of course, Romelu Lukaku can't jump into the air. And Pulisic, oh man, so close. He's just slipping as he hits it. Just slipping as he hits it. And he just blazes it over. That was a big opportunity for Chelsea. A big opportunity, especially considering that that opportunity that fell to Elise early on in this game as well. That was a huge, huge opportunity for Chelsea there to get themselves a goal. Both teams, though, look like they've got a goal in them this game. Bodes well for my score prediction. Elise battling with Jorginho there. The referee's given Crystal Palace the advantage there. There was a foul on Michael Elise. Jeffrey Schlupp tries to wriggle free, finds Ziyech, who is looking bright again today. There's a ball over the top looking for Zaha. Was he offside? Doesn't matter anyway, because, Thiago Silva is there. Mendy slips as he goes to clear it there. It's flicked down the line by Christensen. Ziyech picks it up again and rolls it into Pulisic, and Chelsea might be on the counter-attack here. Pulisic being marked by Kouyaté and MacArthur there. Pulisic rolls it into Kante. Kante finds Malang Sarr. Sarr, can he put in a decent ball? Rolls it down the line to Kai Havertz. Back into Malang Sarr here. Sarr tries to pull it back. Jorginho just about gets onto that just before Michael Elise. Rudiger's got a bit of room. He's going to shoot from range. Oh my God, I thought that was in. Oh my God, I thought that was in. It's a brilliant save from Gaeta. How far wide was that? Was that going in? Oh my gosh, that would have been the goal of the season. I'm telling you now, what a save that is from Gaeta. I was about to scream the house down. What a strike that was from Rudiger, and a brilliant, brilliant save from Gaeta. Rudiger's got a massive smile on his face. Where did he get that from? Where did he get that from? And Chelsea have got themselves a corner. Oh my gosh, I'd have gone mental. You saw how close I was to going mental then. Ziyech this time is going to whip in the corner for Chelsea. Here we go, Hakim Ziyech to whip this one in. It's going to be an outswinger, and it's bit of a dodgy clearance at the front post. Eventually cleared, though, by Wilfried Zaha. Here's Nathaniel Klein. Going to be cleared up the field by Anderson here into the Chelsea half to give them a little bit of respite. And Shah says, what a save, so close. I know, what a strike that was from Antonio Rudiger. What a strike that was. It just looked like it was destined for that top corner. It looked like it was, but thanks to a phenomenal save from Gaeta. Phenomenal save. I cannot believe he even took that on in the first place. Cannot believe he took it on in the first place, if I'm honest with you. Chelsea kind of look like they're playing with a 4 at the back at the moment, because it almost looks like a 4-2-4 at the moment. We'll see how they set up when they come back and actually have to be put under a little bit of pressure. Rudiger's just played the ball out, though, for a throw-in for Crystal Palace, deep inside the Chelsea half. Barely any goals in the Prem so far. Is there barely any, or is there actually no goals in the Prem so far? Let's have a look. No, there isn't at the moment. No goals in the Premier League other than those 2 goals. But Ayu's picked up the ball in the box here. It might fall to Wilfried Zaha. It's ran all the way through, though, to Tyreek Mitchell here. Mitchell out on the left-hand side, skips past Ziyech. He's going to whip it in, looking for the head of Jordan Ayew in there. Cleared somehow by the Chelsea defenders. Kante's going to put Kouyaté under a little bit of pressure, and it's rolled back to Gaeta then from Kouyaté. So both teams look like they've got their attacking mentalities, attacking brains on. Maybe we'll get a goal. We are only 13 minutes in, and other than that magnificent strike from Rudiger, there hasn't been too many clear-cut opportunities, but oh my gosh, what a strike that was from Rudiger. I felt my heart going. I was like, oh my God. I could feel it. I could feel it. I tell you what. If you are enjoying this stream, guys, do be sure to smash that like button for us. Do hit subscribe as well. Can we get ourselves to 15 likes on this stream? That would be absolutely excellent stuff. That would be brilliant. I don't know, Jeff. And looks like there's been a foul given away there on Michael Elise. A foul given away on Elise. And the ball will be halted there. I think he's just caught one. He's just caught one on the back of his heel, just as he's tried to drop the ball off there, and a little bit disappointing. God, I hate being on this account. Sam, find Oliver. I don't know what Oliver looks like. I don't know how I'm supposed to find someone. I don't know what he looks like. I could have seen him already. I could have seen him, but I don't know what Oliver looks like. I don't know what you look like, Fraser. So I don't know what any of you look like. So I don't know how to find you in the crowds. Jeez. Gehi into Joachim Andersen. How was Morata a flop for Chelsea when he scored? He scored twice the goals of Werner. I always think Chelsea were really harsh on Morata. I've said that multiple times. He scored like 15 goals in his first season for Chelsea. It was disappointing because we were expecting like a 20-goal a season striker, but he wasn't bad. I think it was then he lost his attitude, he lost his confidence, and whereas Werner is constantly willing to work hard for Chelsea, and that's why Chelsea fans love him. Long ball over the top here, looking for Wilfried Zaha, but that ball will just beat him there and it'll go out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. That'll go out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. So, we're only on 4 likes at the moment, guys. Who hasn't smashed that like button for us? Do be sure to smash it for us and hit subscribe if you are new to the SRL channel. Anyone saw Messi's penalty miss? It's so sad. It is so sad to see. It is so sad to see Messi and Ronaldo not being at their best this season. But we all knew this time would come. We've just got to enjoy them whilst they're still here for a little while. We've still got to enjoy them whilst they've got their careers. CR37. Pulisic. Can he get that one down? Pulisic is playing in a really weird role at the moment. Is he playing, and I know this sounds stupid because he is a number 10, but is he playing as a number 10? I don't know if Chelsea are playing a 4 at the back right now with a 4-2-3-1, with obviously the defensive midfielders being your Kante and Jorginho, but then playing Havertz off the left. That's a lovely ball from Rudiger over the top, looking for Havertz. Havertz, really good touch there. Can he roll it back? Here's Kante. Here's Pulisic. Pulisic. Oh, he should have shot, Christian. Kante regains possession once again. Here he goes to Malang Sarr. Sarr's going to try and whip this one in. Headed clear by Anderson. Headed clear again by Klein. Kante wins it back again. He should have shot there, Pulisic. He should have shot there. He likes playing against Crystal Palace, but he should most certainly have shot. Christian Pulisic, he was right inside the 6-yard box here. Right inside the 6-yard box, and he should have had one himself there. Should have had one. I know this is done, but Mbappe greater than Haaland. I don't know about those two at the moment. I am very torn because I want to see Mbappe do it outside the French league, and now we're ending up with the whole Messi thing. Oh, can he do it outside the Spanish league? No. Can he do it outside the Spanish league sort of thing? We're ending up with that. But I'd like to see them both sort of progress their careers. I think we'll see Mbappe at Real Madrid in the summer, and I think we will also see Haaland in Spain, but I don't think it'll be this season. Afternoon, Max. How are we doing, mate? How are we doing? Hoping you're ready to have to be beaten at FIFA. I will play you at some point this week. I've just been playing with a load of my mates at the moment. It's been quite nice, actually. But if you're on this evening, I'll give you a game. Here comes a throw-in from Tyree. I nearly said Lamptey there. Mitchell. Suarez greater than Lukaku. Yes, of course. Mbappe this season better than Messi and Ronaldo this season. Can't deny that one. Cannot deny that one. To be fair, Ronaldo's not been bad. I just think he's not playing in the right formation at the moment or the right setup for Cristiano Ronaldo. Unfortunately. I still can't believe all the rumours about Ronaldo when he was supposed to be going to City. Like, that seems mental. How far away does that seem? The man loves Manchester United. It was definitely just something to try and spur Manchester United to do something. Definitely was. Rudiger looking to switch one out wide, looking for Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech gets himself on the ball, up against Tyreek Mitchell, cuts inside, he tries to get a cross off there, and Mitchell's done well there to put it out for a corner. It could have been a problem there for Tyreek Mitchell, but he's just stood him up. He's going to have a long game if Ziyech is in the form that he has been over the last couple of weeks, and Christensen did take that throw in, so I think it's a 4 at the back today. I think, despite my cockiness earlier and the thingy saying exactly the same as me, the graphic saying exactly the same as me, I do think it is a 4 at the back when going backwards here for Chelsea. Malang Sarr off the left, Christensen off the right. It shows how little faith, though, Tuchel does have in Marcos Alonso's ability to play in a 4 at the back. If he's willing to play 2 centre-halves, more defensively sound players, at that right and left back role. What difficulty you play on, Sam? Ultimate. I don't play against the computer, Max, so that's a difficult one. If it helps, I am usually in elite divisions for rivals on Ultimate Team. That is probably my best judge. I don't like playing against the computer. It's boring. Jorginho, the captain for today, does give away a foul there on Jeffrey Schlupp. It's easy to forget, isn't it, with Jeffrey Schlupp, that he was actually at Leicester City a few years ago. Why did I say a few weeks ago? Oh, Kante had an opportunity there just as my stream had lagged, and it was an easy save from Gator. Kante probably should have picked which side he was going to put it, if I'm honest with you. Kouyaté, James MacArthur somehow distributes that to Tyreek Mitchell, who's being marked closely by Ziyech. Was there a foul in there? Referee says no. Sam do a career mode. No one would watch me doing a career mode. Also, what do you think to this new green screen, by the way? I've got the boys at the back. And Shah says that Burnley have scored. Get in. Go on, be Wout Weghorst. Legend. Be Wout Weghorst. Let's find out. Who was it? Who was it for Burnley who's let them take the lead? Get in, Burnley. Ooh. Really does spice up that. If Burnley win today, it really does spice up that relegation battle to the max. Someone tell me who the goal is from in a little while in that Burnley game. But still 0-0 here. The biggest opportunity, surprisingly, for those who are just joining us, has come from Antonio Rudiger, who, if you watch this one back on Match of the Day tonight, it was an absolute screamer and a brilliant save from Gator. A really good save. But that is probably the most clear-cut opportunity, and it's come from miles out. Elise did have an opportunity that just that did just trickle wide for Crystal Palace as well. But at the moment, both teams evenly in this game. Chelsea starting to dominate, though, in the last 5 minutes. Here is Kai Havertz. He's looking to play that into the feet of Romelu Lukaku. And really good play there by Jordan Ayew to get the ball away. Ayew looking for Zaha. Zaha, can he get himself on that? Thiago Silva's come across and swept across. And Rudiger redeems the ball under pressure from Jordan Ayew. Chelsea looking to play their way out the back as well now. Malang Sarr finds Christian Pulisic. I nearly said Christiansen again. I don't know why I've started doing that. Here is Christiansen in right back at the moment. Ziyech, really good play there. Going past Tyreek Mitchell. He whips it in. What did my Alexa just say? What? I don't know why she does this. Here's Ziyech once again. Who was the goal scorer? It was Wout Weghorst. What a legend. Wout Weghorst makes it 1-0 to Burnley. In the other name. Malangsa into Havertz, who's on this left-hand side. So it does look like a 4-2-3-1 for Chelsea. Kante into Havertz once again. Here is Rudiger. Rudiger spreads it over to Christiansen. Thiago Silva's the only man in Chelsea's own half here. Rudiger was lining one up again there. After that first attempt, I'd encourage it, you know. Here's Christiansen with a bit of space. He's trying to turn his way out. He rolls it into Ziyech. Ziyech is now being really pressured here, and he's done really well actually there to pick out Thiago Silva. Lovely play. Lovely play. Max says, Alexa, do a fart.
That was a guilty one. Shall I fart again?
No. I hope you heard that because it went...
Just say cancel. If you have had enough farting for the day, or say random to keep the toots coming.
Cancel.
Okay.
Oh, God. Well, that was fun. I hope you heard that. Crystal Palace do just have a man down here. And that was off the ball as well, that was. Which almost looks worse. Tyreek Mitchell has gone down off the ball here. Let's wait and see what happens here for the young English fullback. Receiving some treatment from the medical staff. Oh, we're going to watch Rudiger's strike again. Let's watch it all over again. If this had gone in, I tell you what, this would have been all over social media. This would have been up there with strike of the season from Rudiger. It's so far out. It's so audacious from Antonio Rudiger. He had no right to hit it, and it's a really good save by Gator. But what a strike it could have been. It could have been. We're just waiting for Tyreek Mitchell, if anyone is joining and wondering why there's no football sort of going on at the moment and nothing to commentate over. It's because we're waiting for Tyreek Mitchell to receive some treatment on the pitch. He's just gone down off the ball here, holding his ankle. There is a little bit... Oh, pardon me. There is a little bit of a concern here, actually, for Tyreek Mitchell. The fact is he did go down off the ball, and it's almost more worrying, isn't it, when they go down off the ball? If they go down on the ball, it's a lot of the time it's obvious where the injury is or whether it's a knock or something. If you go down off the ball just randomly, then that is the worry. That is the worry. 26 minutes on the clock before we try and get ourselves back underway here for Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. If I could just remind you, if you are new to the Sam Redgate-Large channel and enjoying this live stream, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe for me. That would be absolutely brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. And can we get ourselves up to 15 likes on this stream? Who knows? Let's find out. Let's find out. I really do appreciate the support on the channel. Now we're just looking at buildings. I don't want to look at buildings near Selhurst Park, please. Come on, let's have the football. There we are. We're back underway. Thiago Silva here. Pressured by Zaha. Finds Ziyech. Ziyech manages to dance away from a couple of players there. Rolls it into Pulisic. Looking for Ziyech again. Ziyech, at the moment, the brightest player for, well, probably for both teams at the moment. Elise has started well as well for Crystal Palace. From a Crystal Palace perspective anyway. Gator. Why did Gator's parents not call him Ali? Like, imagine how good that would have been if his name was Ali Gator. That would have been brilliant. I just realised loads of people have just joined the chat at that point. I do apologise for that poor joke. Malangsa here. He's going to roll it into the feet of Pulisic. Pulisic has a bit of space here. Rolls it into Havertz, who goes down to the byline. That's a good piece of defending there from Joachim Andersen. A really good piece of defending there, and that'll be a Chelsea corner. Ziyech will go out to take this one for the outswinger. That was such a poor joke. That was such a poor joke. I do apologise profusely. I do apologise for that awful, awful joke. Opportunity here, though, for Chelsea to get a few of the big boys up from the back. Ziyech is going out to take this. I just lost all your viewers. Probably won't surprise me. Ziyech going out to take this corner for Chelsea. Ziyech whips it in. Cleared at the front post by MacArthur. Yes, MacArthur. Oh, Ziyech, really good feet. Gets himself past Zaha. Clips it in, looking for Lukaku. It goes all the way over to the top. And Elise clears up the field. He was looking actually for Jordan Ayew, but Kante swept over and got himself in there. Chelsea just playing the ball around the back whilst they get a little bit of restructure. Wait for Rudiger and Thiago Silva to get themselves back into position. No rush here for Chelsea, but they do need to get themselves a goal here, make some of this pressure pay. You don't want to keep Crystal Palace in a game for too long, and I'm sure Crystal Palace fans won't be overly pleased with the start to this game, but they won't be unhappy, and that's a lovely ball from Ziyech in behind towards Lukaku. Good save again by Alligator, and that was offside in the first place though by Romelu Lukaku, and it was a lovely ball though from Ziyech. It's better from Hakim Ziyech since that game against Tottenham where he scored that worldie, maybe even 2 games before. Hakim Ziyech has been so much better in terms of just overall play, his creativity, his ability to go past players. He looks full of confidence. This is what we expected when we bought him from Ajax nearly 2 summers ago now. This will be, well, I guess it was 2 summers ago. Last summer and the summer before. Sam, you gained more after that poor joke, lol. I know. It's just the raw appeal. Anderson clips one forward, looking for the run of Zaha, and Zaha might have done well here. He's got himself in behind Rudiger. He's nicked the ball back off Rudiger, drops it into Ayew, into Elise. Here is Zaha again, who's going to try use a few of his fast feet skills and trickery, and Rudiger really well read there, and he's rolled it back to Malang Sarr, who's going to hoof it up the field. Anderson though pings it back towards Chelsea. Kante tries to win a header, drops to Ayew. Is that going to fall down there for Ayew? Ayew's appealing for a handball there, and from Christian Pulisic, and it has been given as a handball there by the LeBron James of football. Yeah, definitely a handball. He's gone up like that to raise it. It's outside the box though, so it will be a free kick. And Christian Pulisic there, a little bit lucky not to get himself in the book or find himself in the book for the most part. There are 57 people viewing the stream currently. If you are new to the Sam Redgate-Large channel and enjoying this coverage, be sure to smash that like button for us and do hit subscribe as well. 30 minutes on the clock here. Elise is going to take this one to whip it in towards that back post. Elise whips it in, and that's gone all the way over and out of play for a Chelsea goal kick again. Poor ball in there from Elise. Needed to take a little bit off it. Needed to take just a little bit off it there from Michael Elise. Thiago Silva. Rudiger. Bit of a dodgy pass there. Hello to... I don't know how I pronounce that name, but hello to you, Quack. Apologies. If you've got a cool nickname that is easy for me to pronounce as a terrible linguist, do be sure to drop it for us. We're all a community here, so great to see you in the stream, mate. Great to see you. Pulisic is just fouled there by Crystal Palace as he looks to break. Jeffrey Schlupp there. Just tried to get back at Christian Pulisic, the LeBron James of football, and just couldn't quite get himself back and make a decent enough tackle there. It's given away a foul. Chelsea, I think if it stays 0-0, they'll be disappointed, to be honest with you. Crystal Palace will be pleased if they can get in at 0-0 at half-time. Thiago Silva's going to clip one forward, looking for Romelu Lukaku, who forgets that he can jump once again and stays rooted to the floor. He really does irritate me, Romelu Lukaku does, at the best of times. Thiago Silva finds Rudiger. Rudiger into a little bit of space here. into Pulisic, into Georgie, into Pulisic again from Kante. Here's Ziyech. Ziyech, really good play here from Chelsea. He's going to try cross it. Pulisic did go down on the edge of the box, but Chelsea got the advantage as it fell to Hakim Ziyech. The referee did play advantage, but maybe he should have pulled that one back. I'm not going to lie to you. That was better, though, from Chelsea. It was a bit faster in sort of that final third. And afternoon to Bash as well, who says, Chelsea, good to see you. And by the looks of things, Kwok is from Vietnam. Lovely to see you, mate. Lovely to see you, and thank you for tuning in. Malang Sarr here, into the feet of Christian Pulisic. Here is Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger, he's got so much time. Crystal Palace aren't bothered. They're letting the defenders have the ball for the most part here. Rudiger's going to have to look long again. He's looking for Romelu Lukaku. He's gone all the way through to Ziyech, and Mark Guéhi just gets his body in the way there at the vital moment. Just gets his body in the way at the vital moment. Good defensive play there from Mark Guéhi. It sort of pinged its way through. It was looking for, initially, for Romelu Lukaku, and went over him. Of course it went over him, because for some reason he just doesn't like jumping. I don't know why. Romelu Lukaku, you do frustrate me. You do frustrate me, don't you? And Kwok saying Chelsea win. That's the hope, isn't it? That is the hope. Malang Sarr. Pulisic. Georgie. Oh, Jorginho gives the ball away to Andre Ayew. It might be an opportunity here for a counter-attack, but he's won it back from Wilfried Zaha there, just as they were looking like they were gonna get the ball away. There's a long ball again over the top, looking for Lukaku. It's fallen to Hakim Ziyech here. Ziyech trying to wriggle the ball free. Evening to Kenneth, who says he's watching from Kenya. Good to see you, Kenneth. Hope you are enjoying the stream, mate. Hope you are enjoying the stream, and hopefully, wherever you are in the world at the moment, the weather's a little bit better than the absolute snowstorm that I've just had in Huddersfield, because it's not been the best. Hopefully it's a little bit better in elsewhere, and of course for Max and for Shara, hopefully it's a little bit better, and you're all staying safe during what's the storm called? I don't know. It begins with an E, but 35 minutes on the clock this first half. I tell you what, I'm not going to lie. This has been a long first half. This has been a long first half as a ball goes over the top looking for Wilfried Zaha. It has been a long first half. No real clear-cut opportunities. It doesn't feel like the time is flying by. Does not feel like the time is flying by whatsoever. Jorginho. Ziyech. Christensen might have sold Rudiger short there. Rudiger switched on though and manages to distribute it to Malang Sarr. Here is Havertz, who's been decent so far. Rolls it back to Sarr. Sarr's going to shoot. Oh, just wide there. Not a bad effort there from Malang Sarr, the young French defender. On his left foot, looked to bend one into that far post. It was always moving away from Gator. And not a bad effort there from the edge of the box. It's a shame it didn't fall to Hakim Ziyech, because I can tell you now that would have been the back of the net if it fallen to Hakim Ziyech. But Malang Sarr, not a bad effort. And Havertz just starting to get himself into the game a little bit more. He's not been bad, but he's not been excellent so far. And I think that is the defining thing for Chelsea so far. 64% possession, 64.7% possession, and a 35.6% possession. 64. Yeah, that was right. For Crystal Palace. And Malang Sarr's just given away a foul there. A little bit clumsy. Don't think he needed to do that. Ayew was looking for the foul there. He knew he was going nowhere. Malang Sarr's clattered into him from behind. And now there's going to be an opportunity here for Crystal Palace to get a few of those centre-halves up from the back. From the back. I was calling my friend Dinho, so he called my friend Inyo, and I got a footballer Jorginho. Nice, Max. I don't know what that means, but nice. Here's Elise. Elise over this free kick. It's whipped in. It's headed up and over and behind for a corner. Good defensive play by Chelsea. I believe it was Thiago Silva in there who got his head to that one there just to stop that one. It was a better ball in that one from Elise. And yeah, it has pinged off Thiago Silva and behind for the Crystal Palace corner. And Shah is back as well. Here comes the corner. Whipped in, looking towards that back post, and that has gone behind for... It's another corner, says the referee. I could have sworn that was a goal kick. But another corner there. The ball was whipped in towards Mark Gehi. Chelsea apparently defending very, very well from these corners. Just watching the slow-mo. Oh, yeah, it just comes off Gehi's head. But somehow, Crystal Palace have won themselves another corner. Somehow. Here comes the next corner then. A little bit of pressure here for Chelsea to absorb. It's whipped in, headed clear, this time again by Thiago Silva. Comes back out wide to Elise. Elise is going to try whip another one in. There is a couple of men in the box there. Gehi headers it the wrong way. Jorginho headers it, but only as far as Kouyaté and James McArthur. Here is Joachim Andersen, who finds Kouyaté again. Lovely chop there from Kouyaté. Rolls it back to Andersen. McArthur. Ayew's going to try go down to the byline. He's going to pull it back instead. Goes back to McArthur again. They need to get the ball into the box here because they've still got a few of their big boys up from the back. Anderson clips one forward. What a ball that is. Oh, well read, Christiansen. Well read. Really well read there. It was a lovely ping for Wilfried Zaha, and Christiansen's done really well there. Really, really well played. I was calling my friend Orlandinho, so he put Enio on the end of my name, and then it's, to make Jorginho. Okay, yeah. I did that. I did that with, there was oh God, I can't get the words out. Jesus. Ball whipped in, looking for Gehi, cleared by Malang Sarr. I was just going to say, when I was working at the pub, the dog was called Georgie, and I used to call our old dog Rubinho. And then I called her Jorginho, and then went, oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sam, what football stadiums have you been to? Very good question. I've been to Stamford Bridge. I've been to Blundell Park. I've been to... What's Scunthorpe's called? Glanford Park? I think that's what Scunthorpe's is called. I've been to the KCOM, or the KC. I've been to, obviously, the John Smith Stadium. I've been to Old Trafford, Anfield twice, the Etihad. I've been inside the London Stadium and the Emirates Stadium, but I've never been to see games there. I've just been inside them. So that's all of mine. That is all of mine. We're a few minutes away here from half-time. Can Chelsea get their noses in front? Or can Crystal Palace get their noses in front? Let's see. We've got a few minutes away from half-time. It could completely change the half-time team talks depending on who gets this first goal in this game, if they can manage to get it before half-time. It has been a good game. It's just been, there's not been a lot in it, if I'm honest with you, in terms of clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. Not been too much in it in terms of the clear-cut, and that is the shame, really. That is the shame. And Gehi just goes down there after a collision with Hakim Ziyech. Just a bit of a collision. Let's check the other goals. Josh Brownhill. No way. No way has Josh Brownhill scored. No way. I had St. Max in my team, and I went, you know what? I'm going to put Josh Brownhill as my first sub, and he's gone and scored. Get in, Josh Brownhill. What a legend. What a legend. If you do want to join the FPL League, there is a link to my FPL League in the description. I need Liverpool to start scoring because I've got Mo Salah triple captained, and this might not be good. This might not be good if it carries on this way. If Norwich keep holding out here against the Scousers, I will admit I have triple captained Mohamed Salah today. Excuse me. I've just lost. My internet just went a bit dodgy there, so I'm just trying to reload up the game for us. There we are, all sorted. I like how the only goals in the EPL came from Burnley. I know, it is mental. I'm sure we'll get some goals in the second half. I have a friend called Ruben who supports Burnley. No one called Ruben has ever supported Burnley, ever. I don't believe it. I shan't believe it. It is... I cannot believe that. Josh Brownhill, you absolute legend. Wout Weghorst has got himself a goal and an assist this game. What a man. What a man. If anyone saw the video on Joshua Chats Football's channel, I said that Wout Weghorst was going to be my signing of that window. And so far, he is living up to the billing. He is living up to the Philip billing. I tell you what, he's doing well. He is doing well. Every boy's dream is to play for Burnley. Of course it is. Of course it is, Chewy. Malang Sarr here. For an update, we were just waiting for the injury to Gehi to be sorted and him to receive treatment, but we're back underway now. That's why I was just rambling on before people think, why is he just talking about nonsense? Jorginho switches it to Malang Sarr. Here's Rudiger. Chelsea with just over a minute left. Can they get themselves a goal? Ball clipped forward, looking for Havertz. Lovely ball from Rudiger. Really good ball. Here's Kai Havertz. Havertz, can he shift his body weight? He tries to go down to the byline there and he's won Chelsea a corner. Hakim Ziyech is going to go out and take the corner. Kwok is from Vietnam. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. So, here we go. Ziyech, maybe an opportunity for Chelsea to get themselves ahead before half-time. 3 corners apiece for Crystal Palace and for Chelsea. In comes the corner from Ziyech. It's a really poor one. And the referee's just stopped it, actually, and he's going to make Chelsea retake it here because he wants to have a word with Antonio Rudiger, and I believe it was Joachim Andersen at the back post. There was all types of argy-bargy and funny stuff going on at the back post there between the two of them. And an exchange of words as well. So Chelsea are going to get the opportunity to retake this as everyone had stopped to watch what the two centre-halves of either team were doing there. But it was a little bit clumsy from them both. But here comes Ziyech's corner, take 2. It's a better ball in this time. It's gone over. It might fall to Rudiger in the box. Is he going to be able to get it? He's got 5 men around him here. Jorginho rolls it back to Kante. Kante's going to have to go all the way back to... it's gone all the way back to Edouard Mendy now. And Chelsea's opportunity to move the ball forward has gone off. It's going to be 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. 3 minutes of added time. Kante rolls it into Pulisic. Pulisic glides past. That's a foul. Ref, what game are you watching? Pulisic just glid past Kouyaté, and Kouyaté's fouled him, and that's been rolled through to Zaha. Here's maybe an opportunity. Zaha! Oh, he's put it wide! Oh, that was a big opportunity for Wilfried Zaha, and he's put it wide. He's put it wide. That is a massive let-off for Chelsea. It was a definite foul on Christian Pulisic. I'm not going to lie to you. 100% it was a foul on Christian Pulisic. But Zaha I think he should be scoring. He makes the angle too tight for himself. And then he tries to bend it in that far post, and Zaha has just put it wide. Chelsea let off, though. Chelsea let off before half-time. And, wow, Crystal Palace and Wilfried Zaha will be a little bit gutted that didn't go in there. That would have been a good end to that first half for him. And Mendy's goal kick's gone straight out of play for a throw-in himself here. We've got a minute and a half left of added time extra time added time at the end of the first half. We're 8 subscribers away, guys, from that magical 600 number. So if you could do me a favour and smash that subscribe button for us, and do be sure to like the stream if you are enjoying, that would be absolutely brilliant. Ayew tries to get the ball down, and Rudiger's given a foul away on Jordan Ayew there. It was a bit clumsy there from Antonio Rudiger. Ooh. It was a bit nasty. I tell you what, it was a little bit nasty. He's just tried to, kick the ball, and as he's gone to kick the ball, he's just stepped on the foot of Ayew there. A bit of a painful one. I'm sure he'll feel that one in the morning, right on the top of his foot. Miss Ito is a new subscriber. Brilliant. Lovely to see you. Who do you support, Missio? I remember Paddy Stewart. Can't remember past time he was in the chat. No, I can't remember last time Paddy Stewart was in the chat. Who knows? He's still a moderator on the channel as well. But it's been a little while, hasn't it? It has been a little while. That ball from Elise there. Not a good ball in. not a good ball in. We'll have a look through at half-time. We're going to have a half-time game, but just before we jump into that, we will have a look at half-time. We'll have a look at the scores on the doors, have a look around the Premier League at the moment, and we'll talk about a few of the games going on and have a look at the table and obviously what these 2 goals for Burnley do mean. But that is half-time. Chelsea 0, Crystal Palace 0. The best opportunity really falling to Wilfried Zaha at the end of that first half. It was a big opportunity, a huge opportunity for Wilfried Zaha, and he'll be gutted that he did miss it. It was on a plate for him. Arguably, in my opinion, should have been a free kick to Chelsea anyway in that. But Chelsea with a huge opportunity as well, which fell to Rudiger, whose strike was absolutely fantastic. I tell you what, I keep talking about it. I keep talking about it, lads. I keep talking about it. But please watch that on Match of the Day tonight, and you will understand. You will understand what I mean by this. But it is half-time. If I can type the word half-time, that would be brilliant. It is half-time, and it is Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 1. So let's go over to Sofa Scores, and let's have a look at the game so far. If I can get my mouse back on the screen, thank you. Right, there we are. There we are. So it is half-time, guys. So let's jump over to the other screen. Need my mouse on. Here we go. Here we go. So let's have a look at the game so far. Can you guys see that okay? Let me just zoom in a little bit further if I can. If I can on here, zoom in a little bit further. There we are. That's a little bit better for you. So, obviously, featured game tonight, Manchester City versus Tottenham. I think that could be a massive game for the title race. If City drop points tonight, it swings it well wide open, with City still having to play in the Manchester derby and Liverpool before the end of the season. I'm kind of rooting for Tottenham. I hate to say it, and Max, I'm sure, is going to try and clip that as much as possible. But the reason I am kind of wanting Tottenham to do okay tonight is because I want to see a feisty title race come the end of the season. But let's talk about the game so far. And to be honest with you, there isn't much to talk about. Look at the scores. Arsenal 0, Brentford 0, Aston Villa 0, Watford 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Burnley 2. So they're the only goals so far. Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0, Norwich 0, and Southampton 0, Everton 0. I tell you what, the guy who reads out the scores at the on final scores going to have the time of his life, isn't he? Arsenal 0, Brentford 0, Aston Villa 0, Watford 0. It's going to be so boring. But as you can see, there's been a lot of smaller sides, or lower in the table sides, doing quite well today. Burnley, of course, with that 2-0 lead against Brighton and Hove Albion at the moment. As you can see, in terms of possession, there's been a bit of a domination from Brighton and Hove Albion for the most part, but Burnley have been clinical. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. That's all you need. That is all you need if you're going to be that clinical in that game. Let's have a look at the Villa game. Has there been really too many opportunities here? 10 shots from Aston Villa, but importantly, none on target. No attacks on target. Nathan Redmond greater than Havertz. Nice. Please don't spam the chat, please, mate. Please don't spam the chat. Otherwise, I'm sure Max will put you in a timeout. If you carry on putting that, you will be put in a timeout, unfortunately, because that is not what we want. But let's discuss. Let's discuss the other games whilst we wait for the football to come back on. Obviously, we've spoken about that one. Arsenal, how are they getting on? Are they dominating? 16 shots in that first half. 16 shots in that first half for Arsenal. 80% possession. Holy hell. 80% possession, and Arsenal still haven't managed to find a way through. Jeez, bro. Jeez, only 2 shots on target. Again, the problem is finding shots on target. Let's have a quick look at Chelsea's stats so far. 2 shots on target, 65% possession. It has been very Chelsea, but I think Crystal Palace have had the better opportunity with that one that fell to Wilfried Zaha that just squeezed wide. Liverpool again, nearly up on 70% possession, 15 total shots, 4 shots on target. How's Mohamed Salah going? For me, a triple captain. How's he doing? How is he doing? 7.3 match rating. Come on, Mo. We need some goals, lad. We need some goals. Is Eriksen on the bench? I'll check that for you in a second, Max. And that's quite a balanced one, actually, between Everton and Southampton. Probably would have expected that, but Southampton look like they're coming out firing themselves. They do look like they're coming out firing. Good stuff. Let's have a look. Is Eriksen on the bench for Max? Just whilst we're on Brentford, we'll just have a quick look for you, Max. Let's see if he's on the bench. Let's see. Christian Eriksen. He isn't on the bench today. Christian Eriksen. He's, as you can see there, doubtful. Let's have a look at the table. Burnley will be off the bottom of the table. They will be off the bottom of the table if they can seal out this win this afternoon with 2 games in hand on Newcastle. If they won both of them, that would take them to 1 point ahead of Newcastle, same points as Leeds. So it's all heating up at the bottom. It's getting a little bit exciting, isn't it, at the bottom? But let's have a halftime game, guys. Let's have a halftime game. We're going to do, as usual, we're going to do a quiz. We're going to quiz you on one specific player. Or what I might do is, let me just get the quiz pack a second. What we might do is, I might pick the hardest questions from each of them. They're going to be Chelsea related. We might pick the hardest one from each of them. And let me just move my mic so it's down here and facing me. And then we'll pick the hardest question. See who gets the most points. You'll have 5 questions to answer, ladies and gents. Let's find our first Chelsea player or link to Chelsea player possible. Let's have a look. Have we done Big Rom before? Nope. Romelu Lukaku, Super Frankie Lampard, and is Wilfried Zaha in this pack of cards? That is my question. I don't think he is. Although Aaron Moy is, so someone tell me how that one works. But let's pick one more player, Gonzalo Higuain. He's got a link to Chelsea, hasn't he? He used to play for Chelsea in that season where he did actually score against Huddersfield Town. But what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to do 5 questions, and the 3 players these questions are going to be based on are 3 Chelsea, former Chelsea players / current Chelsea players. So we've got Super Frankie Lampard, we've got Romelu Lukaku, and Gonzalo Higuain. So let me pick the first question for us, guys. Let's have a look at the answers. Let's have a look. Ooh. Here's a good one. Starting us off with a Gonzalo Higuain question is, despite representing Argentina, Higuain was born in which European country? No using Google, ladies and gents. No using Google. But despite representing Argentina, as we all know, he's played alongside Lionel Messi, Angel Di Maria, all of these great attacking footballers over the last few years. Despite representing Argentina, Higuain was born in which European city? I nearly gave it away then. I had to stop myself. Maybe you got a clue there. In which European country? Sorry, not city. Which European country? So, let's have a look. Max has gone with Italy. He's going with Italy. I mean, logical guess. Who's he played for? He's played for Napoli. He's played for Juventus. So, logical guess. I like it. Chewy has gone with France. Fraser says, I don't know. Fraser, you always do this, mate. You always do this. Let's have all you've got to do is name a European country if you're that unsure. So, for anyone else who's just joining and wants to join in, despite representing Argentina, Higuain was born in which European country? And Shrafter says, hey, afternoon to you, Shrafter, as well. Fraser's going to go with Portugal. So I can reveal to you, drum roll please, it was France. He is born in the city of Brest. in France. Schrafter went with Spain. Oh, Schrafter, you should have held out 1 second. You should have. I saw France in a YouTube video. It was actually France. It was actually France. He was born in the city of Brest in France, Gonzalo Higuain, formerly of Chelsea. Didn't really ever hit it off at Chelsea though, did he? The Argentinian striker. But he is in fact born in Brest in France. So let me pick out the next question. Let's pick out the next question. What is the answer to that one? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's give you an easier one. That was quite a hard one. That was quite a hard one. I wish I can use Google. Then it's not fun. It's not fun, is it? It isn't fun. Let's move on to a Frank Lampard-based question. And I think this is a little bit easier. I definitely think it is. I definitely think it is. I'm actually going to change the question slightly. And let me think. Let me think how I can... Which former Premier League manager is Frank Lampard related to? Is Frank Lampard related to? And Hilal says he is Indonesian, and Wesley is speaking in what looks like Portuguese, but lovely to have you in, Wesley. Unfortunately, I'm not the best at Portuguese. But which former Premier League manager is Frank Lampard, Super Frankie Lampard, related to? And bonus points as well. What relation is he to them? Bonus point there. Bonus point. So, what relation and who is Frank Lampard related to? Which former Premier League manager is Super Frankie Lampard related to? Let's have a look. Max says, I don't know. I think you're going to kick yourself, Max. This is a really easy question. There's quite a famous quote because this manager used to be his manager at West Ham United whilst he was there. I do believe that is true. Let's have a look. Rude Hullet says, Chewy, lol. I mean, there might as well be the amount of goals he scored. There might as well be, I tell you what. And Chelsea equals manager. Not quite. He's not related to Chelsea Football Club, unfortunately. Although it does seem like it is in his DNA. He isn't quite related to Chelsea Football Club, Frank Lampard. Okay, apparently this is I think this is really common knowledge. Andre Villas-Boas? No. This is really... I think you're going to kick yourself. Max, if I tell you he was in I'm a Celebrity, does that help? Does that help? Frank Lampard's uncle was in... Oh, I just gave you the relation. His relation is uncle. Who is Frank Lampard's uncle, ladies and gents? I thought you guys would be all over this, you know? I thought you'd be well all over this. I thought it'd be like one of them that you can just fire off. His cousin is also a former Premier League footballer. Used to play for Liverpool. Retired a lot younger than Frank Lampard. But his uncle, I do believe his uncle won I'm a Celebrity. And Hilal says London is blue. Absolutely, Hilal. Absolutely, mate. London is blue, and so is Europe, and so is the world. So is the world. And there we go. Finally, Fraser comes in with the correct answer. It is Harry Redknapp, who is a relation of Frank Lampard. It's his uncle. He was the manager at the time when Frank Lampard broke through at West Ham United. And if you Google, there is a very, very sort of... a very iconic is probably the best way to say interview between Frank Lampard and, well, Frank Lampard being there and Harry Redknapp, and Harry Redknapp saying, this lad will go to the absolute top. People saying it's nepotism. And it definitely wasn't. Not with the talent that Frank Lampard had at his disposal. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's move on to a Romelu Lukaku question, who is, of course, playing today. So, before joining Manchester United, Romelu Lukaku had played for 3 other Premier League clubs. Who are they? Who are they? You nearly got me, Ancash. But you're not going to. You're not going to. I can see through that one. Since when was Frank... he's always been related. Since Frank Lampard was born. Maybe even before they were born. I don't know. It might not be a blood relation. But since Frank Lampard was born, I can confirm they were related. But before joining Manchester United, can you name the 3 Premier League clubs that Romelu Lukaku played for? Just before we get ourselves back underway. Before Manchester United, let's have a look. Chewy's gone West Brom, Chelsea and Everton. And just before I congratulate Chewy, Jack Butland is going to be coming on for Ali Guaita. No, of course not. Vicente Guaita. So maybe an injury there. I can confirm it is Everton, Chelsea and West Brom. Max did put Manchester United, but I think he thought he meant Manchester United was one of the answers. But no. No, most certainly not. But yeah, that was the halftime game. Thank you for those who did tune in and carry on to tune in all the way through. We'll get ourselves back underway for the second half then, ladies and gents, with James McArthur getting us underway. And just like I said a second ago, Jack Butland will be making an imminent substitution for Vincent Guaita. And I'm assuming there must be an injury there. And we're back underway. Hang on, let me... there we are. Is that going to update itself? There we are. We're back underway. And I'm assuming there must be an injury there for Jack Butland and for Jack Butland to come on and for Gator to be subbed off, because that seems bonkers if that's a tactical decision. Considering I think he's put in a decent performance. I'm going to assume, and I think I'm going to correctly assume, that it is in fact a injury substitution. But we are back underway, and Crystal Palace now kicking from right to left, obviously switching, and Chelsea still playing that. They're still saying it's a 3-4-3, but here goes Elise into a little bit of space. He's going to try and roll it for Jeff Schlupp, and easily defended though by Chelsea. Oh my gosh. But yes, thank you to those who joined in for the halftime game. Hope you did enjoy. Schlupp, he's onside here. Gone down into the corner, rolls it back to Elise. Here's MacArthur. Cleared by Anderson. Jorginho, lovely pass to get that one down, but it's given away by Ziyech. Kante might be able to win it back, and does. Christiansen into Thiago Silva. Here's Jorginho. Thiago Silva. Crystal Palace starting the second half as they mean to continue with a high press. It's won back by James McArthur into Kiate. Here's MacArthur again. Here's Elise. He's got a couple of men around him here. Rolls it out wide to Nathaniel Klein. Klein, who was a little bit quiet in that first half. Anderson, lovely ball. Here comes the cross in. Looking for Jeffrey Schlupp. It might fall to Zaha. It's cleared though instead by Christiansen. What's Fraser just put? Oh my gosh. Norwich are beating Liverpool. What? What is going on? Oh my God, Liverpool, don't bottle it now, lads. Don't bottle it now. If they lose now, they have completely lost their title challenge on a day that is so important as well, where they have to win to get themselves an opportunity, because Spurs could do a job for them. Liverpool find themselves 1-0 down. This is what happens when I triple captain Mo Salah, ladies and gents. This is what happens. Liverpool just like... Oh, God. To be fair, they did put a rubbish team out, like, in comparison to their usual team. So you can't blame them, to be honest with you. You cannot blame them. Lukaku, good touch into Pulisic. Pulisic tries to roll it into Kai Havertz there, and it's easily defended and blocked by the Crystal Palace defence. Easily blocked. Blocked is what I meant to say there. Easily blocked. Let's have a look. How many subscribers are we on, ladies and gents? How close are we? We're 5 away, guys, from the magical 600 number. So if you could be an absolute hero and smash a subscribe for us, guys, if you are enjoying this stream, that would mean the absolute world to me. That would be absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. Why do I keep saying that? 1,700 views already. Jeez. But 48 minutes on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Still 0-0 here, despite Liverpool going behind. Chelsea might be able to leapfrog them if they get themselves a goal. Chelsea, they might be able to leapfrog Liverpool. Most certainly might be able to leapfrog Liverpool. Christensen. Switches it for Rudiger. Ball down the line from Malang Sarr. Lovely flick there by Havertz into Kante. Kante rolls it into Lukaku. Back into Kante. Back into Lukaku. But that's really good defensive play there. Really good defensive play there. The ball played down the line by Elise into Jordan Ayew. Ayew trying to wriggle free there, and Chelsea have managed to, I don't know how, they've managed to win themselves the throw-in there inside the Chelsea half. I thought that was going to be a Crystal Palace throw-in, I'm not going to lie to you. Havertz into Rudiger. Jorginho. Rudiger. Malang Sarr. What do Chelsea need to do to improve? They just need to be better. I hate to say it, they need to be better in that final third. They haven't really created too many in terms of clear-cut opportunities. The most clear-cut opportunity falling to Rudiger, and what a strike it was from about 35 yards out. And so you can't really class that as a clear-cut opportunity, but it was a phenomenal strike from the German centre-half. It was a really, really good strike. A really good strike. Here's Malang Sarr into Rudiger. Rudiger with a little bit of space rolls it back into Malang Sarr, into Christian Pulisic. Pulisic appealing for a foul there, and referee's not giving him anything today. The LeBron James of football. That's a bit of a dodgy clearance by Thiago Silva, and Jeffrey Schlupp there was just looking to knock the ball past. Really well played by Christensen. Here's Pulisic again, who's played it behind Christensen. Jorginho tries to sweep up, but Zaha does well to get himself in there. Lovely ball from Elise. He's got support from Tyreek Mitchell, who's gone wider than him. Ziyech is trying to come back here. That's easily stopped, though, that cross, and Christensen's able to pick the ball up. Was Pulisic fouled again there? Christensen's given the ball away, high inside the Chelsea half. James McArthur finds Jeffrey Schlupp. Schlupp tries to go down the line, looking for that run of Elise. Elise and Zaha seem to be swapping over at the moment. Just seem to be swapping over, just to cause a few problems, keep the defenders fresh, and maybe try their luck on the other side, because both not really having too much joy on the fullbacks at the moment. I say they're fullbacks in terms of Christensen and Malang Sarr. Ball goes back to Edouard Mendy, who's going to clear this one. No nonsense there from Edouard Mendy. Was looking for Christensen with that clearance. Damn it, I did it again. Christian Pulisic. James McArthur into Schlupp. Schlupp tries to cross it. It's picked up though by Jorginho. Jorginho tries to flick it on for Christian Pulisic. He just needed to bust the gut just a little bit more there, and Havertz is putting in a good shift here. And is that a foul? Referee says it is a foul by Havertz, who was tracking back there. He says it most certainly is a foul by Havertz. It's a difficult one, isn't it? It is a difficult one to weigh up this second half at the moment. Really, really quiet at the moment from from both teams. No opportunities in this opening 8 minutes. Let's see how it develops. Anderson takes this. Ooh. Is that a foul on Malangsar, or was it a slip? It falls to Ayew. Ayew, oh, he just slips at the vital moment, Ayew. Just slips at the vital moment. Could have been a really good opportunity for him to test the gloves and sting the hands of, oh my gosh, he's given it away though. And Schlupp's going to strike from the edge of the box, and that's gone straight over. Kai Havertz gave the ball away there on the edge of the box, and he blazed it, absolutely blazed it over there, Jeffrey Schlupp. Sar's furious at the referee for not giving a foul there. It's fortunate that the touch from Ayew fell perfectly for Rudiger to just be able to nick it away from him. But it was a little bit dodgy, I must say. It was a little bit dodgy. And Max has just put Sue, and I don't know why, which is always worrying. Always worrying. Southampton have scored against Everton. So Southampton are 1-0 up. Stuart Armstrong has put them 1-0 up. And Emile Smith-Rowe has put Arsenal 1-0 up against Brentford as well. Goal coming from the young man. And then, of course, Alexander Lacazette with the assist as well. So Arsenal have managed to get their noses in front in that game. Still waiting for the opener here, though. Ziyech finds Christiansen. Christiansen, lovely feet there from Andreas Christiansen. Feet of a centre forward there. Good touch for a big man. Lovely ball there from Rudiger to find Kante. The ball's going to be whipped in there, and that's gone out for a goal kick. I'm just looking at my FPL, and there's a distinct lack of points at the moment. There is a distinct lack of points, and Fraser says he's mad. I'm not surprised, Fraser. I'm not surprised. You're currently losing 1-0 to Norwich City. Currently losing 1-0 to Norwich. Let's have a look at the stats in that game as well, because Liverpool were dominating, weren't they? It was Rashica who scored for Norwich City. Ayew with some good play down this right-hand side. Rudiger's trying to the corner flag actually came to Rudiger's help there and hand, and somehow I'm not quite sure it stayed on the pitch, but Ayew ended up giving away a foul anyway on Rudiger. A little bit of a frustration by the looks of things from Ayew as Rudiger tried to clear the ball. There's a little bit of chaos in that corner, and Ayew just wasn't quite happy with it. He's maybe not, Jordan Ayew, maybe not back to his best this season. We have seen the best of Jordan Ayew in a what word was I looking for? Crystal Palace shirt a few seasons ago, bagging those 9 goals in that season. But since then, he's not really hit the heights that we maybe anticipated nor expected. Only 2 goals in the Premier League across the last 2 seasons. It's not been good enough for Jordan Ayew, and he'll want to break the current drought that he's on as soon as possible. And Christian Benteke, on the other hand, though, scored 10 goals last season and hadn't scored goals for a very, very long time. Finds himself on 4 this season as well. So it's really strange how Crystal Palace just seem to, at the moment, not to be able to get themselves a consistent striker. We are 1 like, guys, away from 15 likes. If you could smash that like button for us, that would be absolutely fantastic. If you are new, we're 4 subscribers away from 600 subscribers. That would be absolutely fantastic as well, if you could help us out with that. Christiansen into Georgie, back into Christiansen again. Kante, Rudiger, edging closer towards that 60-minute mark. We will be anticipating some changes from both sides, I would imagine. Jack Butland, since coming on at half-time, hasn't really had anything to do from a goalkeeping perspective for Crystal Palace. Mendy been the busier of the 2 goalkeepers in terms of this second half specifically. Pulisic tries to roll it into Lukaku there. Lukaku just almost anticipated that the ball was going to get to him before it did there, and had the ball nicked away from him. Rudiger. Thiago Silva back into Rudiger. Here's Jorginho. Maybe need a dream ball from Jorginho to cut this defence apart. Chelsea aren't really having too much joy and able to get in behind. Here's Kai Havertz. Havertz drives into a little bit of space. Good play from Havertz into Ziyech. Oh, they're going to bring it back for the foul. They're going to bring it back for the foul. It was rolled into Lukaku, and Lukaku's touch was poor. Really, really poor. But it's a free kick in a really advanced position. I think it'll be Ziyech who takes this, but it'll be interesting to see who does. I can't imagine it. Oh, hang on. Anderson with a really risky tackle there. Because if the ref doesn't see that first one as a foul, then that second one's a blatant penalty on Kai Havertz. I think he's got away with one there, that the fact that the refs pulled it back for the foul from Jeffrey Schlupp. But that was a really, really risky tackle. Really risky tackle. Very strange, very strange. Not quite sure why he needed to commit there. Why he was already on his way down, Havertz. But Chelsea with an opportunity here. Pulisic and Ziyech over without the usual suspects of Mason Mount and Marcus Alonso on the pitch. We do have two different free kick takers, both of which we've seen take free kicks for Chelsea before. Pulisic only took one in the World Cup, actually. And Ziyech straight into the wall there. It falls to Ziyech again, straight back into James McArthur. And that was a wasted opportunity there. The minimum you can ask is to beat the wall. I'd prefer for it to blaze over than for it to do that, because by some luck, if it blazes it over and the wind takes it, it can go in. You've got to at least beat the wall for me. You're a professional footballer. Malang Sarr, though, will take this throw-in into N'Golo Kante. Kante tries to clip it back, and Pulisic is trying to win it back, and it's hoofed out of play there by Jorginho eventually. Shaznan to take. Elite level. Liverpool have scored, ladies and gents. Liverpool have scored, and Sadio Mane has scored an overhead kick, according to this. Sadio Mane has scored an overhead kick, according to this. I don't know if you can see that, but it does say Sadio Mane overhead kick. So. Let's see. I'm sure we'll see at the end of the day. I'm sure we'll see. But that is 1-1 in that game as well. 1-1. Sadio Mane's got the equaliser for Liverpool. Got the equaliser. Rudiger. Ooh. Back to Mendy. A bit of a dodgy pass there from Rudiger. I don't know why I was jeering Mendy then. I was absolutely nervous. I started jeering him myself. Cleared by Tyreek Mitchell. I can see this one going, being a 0-0, you know. I can see this being 0-0. I hate to say it, ladies and gents, but I can see it being a 0-0. I can see it. We're getting into that dangerous territory now for Chelsea, where the longer it goes on, it plays back into the hands of Crystal Palace. It most certainly does, and Tyreek Mitchell's done really well there. Stood up Ziyech and won the ball back. Zaha with some fast feet, and that's a good tackle there. And Zaha put his hand on the ball, but the referee's made play on. Get up, Zaha, you idiot! And Pulisic has given the ball away. We'll take the free kick back for the handball from Wilfried Zaha, though, ref, because he did put his hand on the ball because he's a drama queen and thinks every time he hits the deck it means it's a penalty. But I really hope Chelsea were going to score from that, because Zaha would have looked like such an idiot. Malang Sarr does find himself in the book, though. It was a foul, definite foul on Sheku Kouyaté. Curly says, Huddersfield. Lovely to have you back, Curly. Lovely to have you back. Love your profile picture as well, mate. We discussed those early on as well. It's 2-1. Please, Fraser, give me some good news that it was Mohamed Salah. Please give me the good news. I've triple captained him, lad. You've got to give me the good news. You've got to give me the good news. Let's find out. Please give me some good news. Yes! Get in! Oh! Oh, yes. It's Salah. Yes. Oh, thank God. Thank God. At least I've got a goal on triple points. Thank God. Jesus. Curly, you triple captained it. What? Get out of my head. Get out of my head. An assist from Alisson. Jeez, man. Jeez. Anyway, back to Chelsea. I'm getting way too excited at the thought of a triple captain on Mo Salah and Salah scoring. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank goodness. We've got ourselves some points. Let's see how many likes we're on, ladies and gents. Can we push our goal up towards 20? We're 4 subscribers away as well from 600 subscribers. That would be absolutely fantastic if you could help us get there as well. 64 minutes on the clock though, ladies and gents, and still 0-0 in this game. There might be goals flying in at Anfield, but there aren't goals flying in here at Stamford Bridge. At Selhurst Park, of course. There's not going at Stamford Bridge. Of course not. And finally get myself some points underway as well on FPL. Salah on my bench, says Max. What are you smoking, mate? What are you smoking? Rudiger into Malang Sarr. Back into Antonio Rudiger once again. It's gone a little bit quiet in this second half. Maybe a bit of the zip and the pizzazz has dropped out of this second half. At the moment, it seems to be the case. It does seem to be the case, but it's just a little bit quiet between the two sides. Just a little bit quiet, but it's starting to open up a little bit here, especially for Chelsea. And here goes Christensen, who rolls it into Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech into Kante, back into Ziyech once again. Here goes Kante again. Kante is going to try to go down to that right byline. Comes back instead, though, to Ziyech. Oh, Thiago Silva. Into Christensen. Rudiger now. He's looking for a ball in behind, looking for Ziyech. What a ball that is. Ziyech, can he get it down? Oh. So close, but yeah, so far. Havertz wins it back in the penalty box and deemed to have been offside in the first place, I do believe, by the looks of things. Someone was offside there, but they were a little bit lucky, I must say. A little bit lucky. A little bit lucky from Crystal Palace there. A little bit lucky. Four off 600. I know, Josh. I know. I'm not far off, mate. Not far off. And Burnley have scored again. Get in. Go on, be a Josh Brownhill masterclass. Go on. Do it. Do it for me, lad. Do it for me. Oh, it's Aaron Lennon. Yeah. Oh, come on, Chelsea. Let's be having you then. Let's be having you. Crystal Palace are actually starting to grow into this game, but it's becoming a lot wider and more open this game. A lot more open in this game, I must be honest. Crystal Palace, by the minute, seems to be growing into it as well. And but with the gaps appearing, I think Chelsea should be able to get the upper hand here. It could be a big day, like I said, in terms of the title race, in terms of that top 2 race as well for Chelsea, if Norwich can keep up their persistency. In comes the cross from Tyreek Mitchell. It might fall to Zaha. It does fall instead to Elise. Elise gives the ball away to Kante. Kante tries to poke it forward, and here goes Kai Havertz. Havertz trying to get away from James McArthur, and the tag team of James McArthur and Sheku Kouyaté have done really well, and Havertz is deemed to have given away a foul there, but Havertz has actually come off worse. I think there might have been a flailing arm in there from Sheku Kouyaté. I'm not sure he meant it, and I'm not sure he was aware that he was doing it, but maybe he was. Maybe he was looking at that on second hand and second thought. A little bit clumsy, just a little bit clumsy. Aaron Lennon, what a man. I only wish Burnley was 3-0 up against Man United to see Mark Goldbridge's reaction. I know. I think, to be honest, that the actual like tackling there of Havertz kind of summed up the game. Like, good work rate, he's done all right, but in that final third, just not been good enough. The final moment where you need the tackle to be made or the goal to be scored, he's not really done it. Not really done it for Chelsea today. No one has really done it for Chelsea today so far. But we've got 20 minutes left, still plenty of time. Timo Werner, I'm sure, will be warming up. Get him on the pitch. I absolutely beg of you, get Werner on the pitch. He is the man who seems to... His sheer running and work rate from Timo Werner seems to be what actually helps Chelsea progress as a football team and move the ball forward, because defenders don't know where to look. They look in front of them. They've got Werner in front of them, like right in front of them, and then all of a sudden they turn around and he's facing the wrong way. So, he's facing the wrong way. He's doing whatever. And Zaha wins the ball back from Jorginho there. Zaha's starting to grow into this game as well, but he's giving the ball away to Havertz. And what? What are you pulling that back for? He had about 10 seconds of playing with the ball there, Zaha, and then you pulled it back for no reason. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Zaha again. I really don't like Wilfried Zaha as a footballer. He's such a drama queen, and I hate it. It's so irritating. So irritating. He genuinely lives in my head rent-free most of the time, if I'm honest with you. Most of the time. Hull are beating QPR, so we're in 4th. Get in. Get in town. At least one of the teams is doing well that I follow. At least one of the teams is doing well. It's all we can wish for. All we can wish for. In comes the ball from Mitchell. Straight into the hands, though, of Mendy. My alt was your 600 sub. Thank you, Shrafter. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I've got a couple of alt accounts as well, so I know it's useful. I don't know why I have so many accounts, but there you are. Not as many as Fraser. Fraser has 17. Fraser says, I feel bad for Luke sat in the crowd, in the Burnley crowd, losing 3-0. Oh, yeah, 3-0 at home as well. Jeez, man. 3-0 at home. Christiansen. Ziyech. Come on, let's see a goal. Lovely ball from Ziyech. Into Christian Pulisic. Pulisic into Christiansen once again. Lovely touch there. Pulisic. Pulisic drives into a little bit of space. Christian Pulisic, he keeps going into the feet of Kante. Kante finds Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech is going to look to whip one in. There's bodies in there. Oh my God, no one commits. Lukaku, he doesn't get a running start on any of these. He doesn't get a running start on any of these crosses whatsoever. It's so frustrating. You can see what he wants to do and what he should do. But he just doesn't do it. He really doesn't do it. He really doesn't do it. And it's been... What? I am on 600. I am on 600. We'll wait and see, though, before we celebrate, because I know what always happens at the end of the stream. Someone unfollows or unsubscribes or whatever it may be. Do let me know as well, guys, if you do want to see a stream for tomorrow. I will have a look and see if we can dive in. But that's a lovely touch there from Elise, who's tried to get round. Referee says there was no foul in there as Antonio Rudiger was getting his defensive play done. You just know if Palace score, Oliver's going to show up in the chat. Yeah, he's actually at the game as well, Curly. So I have no doubts I'm going to receive a video in my DMs of Palace celebrating if they do go on and score. I have no doubts in my mind whatsoever. Christiansen. Ziyech. Oh, Ziyech, man. Ziyech, man. The pass was just a little bit too short. Just a little bit too short. How long we got? 18 minutes left. I think there's some subs coming on for Chelsea here. Let's have a look. Let's see who's coming on. They've got to be positive substitutions at the bare minimum here for Chelsea. They've got to do something. And, okay, we're going to carry on. Christiansen's taken the throw-in. I'm going to unsubscribe to you at 599, says Curly. Typical Curly, eh? Typical Curly. Rudiger into Kante. Kante finds Malang Sarr. Lovely play from Havertz. Havertz tries to poke one, looking for Lukaku, but of course Lukaku stood still. Kulusevski is starting for Spurs as well. Interesting. Could do with a couple of Harry Kane goals as well. I've got him up front in my double game week. I can do with it, you know? I can do with it. Right, here come the subs. It looks like Marcus Alonso, Mateo Kovacic, and Ruby Loftus-Cheek are coming on. And I've just seen Jorginho go off. I'm assuming Kante's coming off. And I think the other one will be Malang Sarr. Let's have a look. Maybe we can get some confirmation of that. I won't be able to play you later, Sam, but can play you tomorrow. No worries, Max. Spurs versus City, Watchalong. I don't know. I don't think I will do one of those because my intentions was to go to the pub with one of my friends. That's a lovely ball into Lukaku. Lukaku, can he get his shot off? Saved by the keeper. Ziyech! Yes! Finally! Finally! And I said it was going to be Hakim Ziyech. And finally, Chelsea get themselves a goal. Thank God. Thank God Lukaku did something. He got a shot off. It was saved and Ziyech jogging on the spot. Jack Butland looks frustrated. He couldn't have done any more. Oh, Lukaku's off. Lukaku's off. No! Lukaku is 100% off. 100 million % he's offside. 100 million trillion % he's offside. If they don't give this, I don't know what's going on. I think he's off. I think he's 100% he's off. He's going to be ruled out. It's going to be ruled out. I'm not even going to change it. It's going to be 0-0. Lukaku's off. 100%. 100%. If Chelsea get this, then there is a top 6 bias, I tell you what. Because that is 100% Romelu Lukaku off. He's offside. Oh. No. Lukaku, man. You don't move all game, and then the one time we want you to move at the right time, you don't. For God's sake, it's been ruled out. And no surprises, really. No surprises, really. Lukaku, offside. No surprise. The one time, man. The one bloody time. Maybe, though. Maybe that can be a positive for Chelsea. Let's take something now. We've found the back of the net once. Got 15 minutes. Let's find it 2-3 times. All onside, though. Please. I don't know why we've not brought on Werner. Like, we're in desperate need of a goal. I know he's not a clinical goal scorer, but his ability to create stuff for other people is brilliant, Timo Werner. I don't know why we've not brought him on. Luis Diaz has scored in the other game as well. Curve says Arsenal forever, Chelsea never. Oh my gosh, Chelsea. Man. Oh man, I'm so frustrated at that. So frustrated. What more can we do, eh? What more can we do than... Oh, well, stay on side. That's the obvious one, isn't it? That is the obvious one. Let's have a look at the scores on the doors. Aston Villa still 0-0 with Watford. Burnley 3-0 up at Brighton. Arsenal 1-0 up at Brentford. Chelsea. Crystal Palace, Chelsea still at 0-0, of course. 3-1 to Liverpool now against Norwich City, who took the lead in that game, and Southampton are 1-0 up against Everton. Chelsea still have a little while left in this game to try and regain something, to try and get themselves ahead. Oh, this would be a big loss. This would be a big loss of points, I tell you what, if we lose these points. Are you? The cross. deflected behind for a Crystal Palace corner. And now the Crystal Palace fans are absolutely rocking as well. So loud, these Crystal Palace fans. They're absolutely behind their team, and they're rightfully so, rightfully so. They're taking Chelsea all the way to the 80th minute here. Oh my gosh. You take care as well, Curved. Lovely to see you, mate. Stay safe in the storm. Stay safe in the storm. There we are. I said it better that time. Oh, come on, Chelsea. Come on. Do I need to sing the Romelu Lukaku song? Not when it's just been caught offside. In comes a cross from Elise. It's cleared as far as... Ooh, Watford have just scored. Go on. Watford have scored against Aston Villa. Josh won't be pleased about that one. Won't be pleased about that one at all. Ziyech picks up the ball, rolls it into Loftus-Cheek. Good play from Loftus-Cheek. The ball's a little bit overhit there, but Pulisic does well. Emmanuel Dennis has got me some points. Get it. I think Arsenal might go above Chelsea. I don't think there's... No, not happening. Not happening, bro. Not happening. Not happening. Havertz inside the box into Kovacic. Kovacic gives the ball away. Here goes... I think that's Kouyaté, is it? And that's a throw-in for Chelsea. Tackled high up. It was Kouyaté there, and I think he's got a little bit of cramp as well from his... He's been working hard all game, to be honest with you. Sheikh Kouyaté. Oh, get in, as if Dennis has scored. That's a few more points for me. I can't believe Trent isn't playing today, man. Can't believe Trent isn't playing today. It was a good tackle, actually, from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Got back well. Just under 10 minutes left on the clock here, ladies and gents, as well. Just under 10 minutes left on the clock. And Sheku Kouyaté down, injured at the moment. If you haven't already, guys, do be sure to smash that like button for us. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you for the support on this stream. Arsenal have gone 2-0 up as well. Can we see a goal here? Please. Please. Come on, Chels. Let's be having you. Let's be having you. There's just nothing to bring off the bench. That's the problem. That's the problem. There's one man that Chelsea need, and he's on the back of my shirt right now. He's on the back of my shirt right now. That's the man we need. That is the man we need at the moment, but we just don't have him. Just don't have him available to us. Loftus-Cheek. Bit of space here for Ruby. Into Thiago Silva. Rudiger's going to clip one over. Looking for Ziyech again. Ziyech, who's been the brightest spark for Chelsea. Max, shush. We don't want to see a goal for Palace. We want to see Oliver's heart break. Southampton have scored a second as well. Kovacic into Pulisic. Pulisic finds Hakim Ziyech into Christensen. Christensen puts in a cross. It's flicked on by Havertz, and that's gone over and behind for a goal kick for Crystal Palace. Come on, Chelsea. It was better, though. It is better, but Chelsea look so flat without their fullbacks. They look ridiculously flat without the fullbacks. It's way over the bar in the end. Oh, come on, Chelsea. Come on. Butland to take this goal kick now. You can see that the energy has just gone out of me. This game should have been long buried. Long dead and buried. Alonso. Maybe a free kick masterclass from Alonso is needed. Ruben Loftus-Cheek tries to win the ball back. He's given the ball away though, and apparently deemed to have given away a foul there. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Deemed to have given away a foul. This game looks like it's going to go all of the way, guys. Let me know. Who do you think? How do you think this game is going to finish? Will we have a winner? If so, who for? Do be sure to let me know. I can't believe that. Bukayo Saka's got the second in the Arsenal game. And in the other game, it is Shane Long who has scored against Everton. Frank Lampard to get Everton relegated, master plan. I don't think Everton will. I still find that Dele Alli transfer weird. He looks weird playing in blue, doesn't he? Am I the only one who thinks that? Maybe only me. Schlupp into a little bit of space. Come on, Chelsea, let's have something positive. Win the ball back quicker. It needs to be snappier. It's really not been great. Especially the second half. First half was okay. 93rd minute, Zaha penalty to make it 1-0, I'm afraid. I would love a penalty right now, but Jorginho's off the pitch, so who would we even have take a penalty? It'd be Kai Havertz. Oh, God. Here comes another substitution for Crystal Palace this time. Crystal Palace making themselves a substitution. And it is Eberechi Eze is the man coming on. And Jordan Ayew is the man going off. Loftus-Cheek trying to shift his body weight a little bit to try create some space. We need someone to drive out here from midfield. Just to confirm, by the way, it was Kante who went off for Kovacic. Christiansen goes out wide to Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech trying to dance his way past. He does really well there, but that's really good defending from Tyreek Mitchell, who has been a wall today so far. Tyreek Mitchell has. It's been a good performance against Hakim Ziyech. For the most part, there's been a couple of occasions where he's got past him, but that comes with the territory, marking a man like Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech to take this corner, and that's cleared away at the front post. It comes back to Hakim Ziyech again, though. Ziyech whips it in. Is anyone going to get on it? No. Cleared by Kouyaté, falls to Pulisic, and Pulisic tried to clip it back out wide there for Hakim Ziyech, and it just doesn't go to Hakim Ziyech. It goes straight out for a throw-in. Oh, Chelsea, come on, man. Come on, boys. Let's have something. 5 minutes left plus stoppage time at the end of this game. Still left to play. Ziyech looks to switch one. He's given the ball away to Klein, though. Here's Eze, who's got full of legs, full of running. Eze tries to skip away from Kovacic. Referees deemed Kovacic to have given away a foul there. I do think he won the ball, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's just a little bit more time to waste for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, this is a huge point for them. A huge point. Shows what they can do. It is a massive, massive point if they can hold on here. But for Chelsea, it is most certainly 2 points lost rather than 1 point gained. Zaha into James McArthur. James McArthur looks to find Gehi, who's on this left wing, who rolls it into Zaha. Zaha, we're going to roll it back into Mark Gehi again. Yes, Alisson did get the assist for... Oh, that's a poor decision from Kouyaté. Yes, Alisson did get the assist from Salah's goal. Him and Ederson always have that in their locker. One big hoof, especially when you've got the talent of, I'm thinking specifically of Gundogan, but Salah as well up front. Havertz trying to wriggle free. Havertz, can he get the ball down there? Is there a foul in there, referee? Referee says no. Havertz nearly managed to escape, and Olise has been really, really good so far. If I had to give my man of the match, I probably would give it to Olise. I'm not going to lie to you. He's been really, really good for the most part for Crystal Palace. Maybe not created enough, but he's been good. Breaking up the play, stopping Chelsea from having the ball too often and giving the ball straight back to Chelsea. That's what he's been really good at so far today. But the whole of the defence for Crystal Palace has been decent. Must have been a long ball up. Yeah, it will have been. It'll have been a rocket. That's what it'll have been. Pinged up over. Salah's getting the 3-point bonus as well. Come on, Salah! Get yourself something else. Get yourself something else, Mo. Oh, Ziyech, poor touch. Oh, come on, Chelsea. Let's be having you. Where's Mason Mount when you need him, eh? Injured. What a surprise. Christensen finds Kovacic. Kovacic, come on, Chelsea. Move it faster. Get some movement going, boys. You've got 1.5 minutes to make an impact here. Alonso, he's going to whip one in. Lukaku's under it. So is Ziyech. Oh, it's in! It's in! Yes! Come on! Yes! Finally! Hakim Ziyech. Are they going to go offside for that one? Ziyech has silenced them. He has, and surely that one is on. Surely that one is on. It's a lovely finish at the back post. He's caught it well. Hakim Ziyech's purple patch continues. And finally, Chelsea break the deadlock. I cannot see how that one will be ruled out. I think even the Crystal Palace players know. But it is Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0. Go on. It was a lovely inviting ball from Marcus Alonso. And it's through the legs of Jack Butland. Jack Butland will be fuming. It's caught well, though, by Ziyech. He just places it through the legs. Just places it through the legs. And Chelsea get themselves the goal that they absolutely deserve. Absolutely, Chelsea deserve to be 1-0 up. But Crystal Palace, it is harsh on them. They defended so well and so stoically for the entirety of this game. Chelsea, though, their pressure finally has told. Finally. Thank God for Hakim Ziyech. He is the man keeping Chelsea's hopes of, well, even finishing in second place alive at the moment. He's really, really been good for Chelsea over the last few weeks. And Ziyech finally finds the back of the net. How much added time have we got left at the end of this half then? 4 minutes of added time. Zaha is looking to try and go to the byline. Oh my God! Oh, he puts it wide. He puts it wide. Oh, Chelsea living dangerously. Oh my gosh, I thought that was in. I thought that was in so badly. That was so close. Zaha shifts really well. Gets it onto his left foot. It's through the legs as well of Christensen. Mendy can't do anything. And it's just wide. Oh my gosh. That was nearly the biggest turnaround of feelings in the world. Oh my God. This is a roller coaster right to the very end, this one. Chelsea just need to grind this one out now. Keep the ball away from them. And Ziyech is going to turn around and smack that one. He's gone down there. It's a yellow card, I believe, for Kai Havertz. Emmanuel Dennis ahead of Ronaldo in the Golden Boot race. And in the race to be the greatest of all time, Emmanuel Dennis is also ahead. Havertz does actually clip Gehi there with his arm. Not intentional whatsoever, but he does clip him. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Thank God. Thank God, man. That was so long coming. So long coming, that Chelsea goal. Jesus, man. It's been so long coming. It actually has as well. It's been ridiculous. Dennis the GOAT confirmed. Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely, mate. It's... I can't relax. I just can't relax knowing that we've got 2 minutes left and a Palace side that look capable of scoring against us here. If we can get ourselves another, that would be absolutely brilliant, but it doesn't look like we're going to. Kiate eases away, and that's a foul from Pulisic there. Tactical foul from Christian Pulisic. Derby are 1-0 up as well. Good to see Derby County making their way out of that relegation zone. How far away does that put them, actually, of getting out of the relegation zone? Oh, my gosh. I am so glad. So glad Chelsea scored there. Unbelievable. You wouldn't understand. Like, Jesus. Oh, that puts Derby into 22nd, by the way. Only 5 points away from Reading. Reading have also had points deducted as well. ridiculous stuff from Derby County. He put them on 42 points where they'd be in like 15th place, so not bad. Not bad, Derby County. Not bad, I tell you what. If they want to catch up Hull, though, they are very, very far away from catching up Hull. All they've got to do is catch up Reading, though. Free kick given away, though, by Chelsea. Elise, maybe the last chance saloon for Crystal Palace. Elise whips it in and he's hit that too hard. It's gone all the way over. Might go out the other side. Zaha's kept it on though. Zaha's going to roll it back into... it's cleared again. It was rolled back into Klein, but Klein's cross wasn't good enough. And Chelsea might be able to nick it. Oh, it's just been missed there. It's been missed again there by Alonso. And that's better, Alonso. Get yourself in. Get your body in. Much, much better there by Marcos Alonso. Much better. How long we got, ref? How long have we got? Alonso's taking his time from the throw-in. And that is it. Oh, thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank God. Chelsea just about scrape their way through with a win. Just about scrape their way through with a win. Oh my gosh, what a good, I mean, credit where credit's due to Crystal Palace. A really good defensive performance by Crystal Palace. They played well, they played really well for the most part, and they made it difficult. God, did they make it difficult for Chelsea at times. And Chelsea, it was that class at the end. It was just that class. It was a delicious ball in from Marcos Alonso. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this game. I think Chelsea have been very lucky to get themselves ahead, but I can't say that it wasn't coming. I cannot say it wasn't coming because it has been a really, really good performance. I mean, I wouldn't say really, really good. I maybe over-exaggerated that, but it was a decent performance. The first half was good. Second half, we went quiet. We did go quiet for a big period, but we still dominated possession. We dominated the ball, and that's really what you need to do. Crystal Palace, other than that opportunity for Zaha at the end of both halves, haven't really had too many opportunities. Not really had too many opportunities. Curly says, right, Sam, I'm off to the pub, but I'll see you online later. No worries, mate. Enjoy the pub. Want to see Cardiff go down because Cal the Dragon predicted Huddersfield to finish last this season. Finish last? What? How would you even think that? Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go because I must say, I'm absolutely starving. That panicking has worked up an appetite for me, so I need to get myself some food down me. I do need to get some food down me. But thank you to those who have joined and subscribed and are new subscribers and liked the video and of course just supported the video throughout. It's been a mental afternoon. It has been a mental afternoon. At one point, it looked like Liverpool were going to blow their opportunity to keep up with Manchester City, but all is fine, and Chelsea as well managed to get themselves the points. Arsenal get themselves some points, and Burnley get themselves an excellent 3 points as well. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate your support, and be sure to stick around, guys. I might do a stream tomorrow. Do let me know what would you prefer to see. I'll leave a poll. I'll do a poll this evening. Let me know which game you prefer to see, the 2 o'clock or is it the 4 o'clock kickoff? Let me know which you would prefer to see. Thank you for watching, guys, and most importantly, stay safe. Cheers.